Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Try here on GameAnyone.com. I'm your host, Zachary Chelcom. Are you guys ready for this? Are ya? Are ya? That's right. We're finally here. Let's see a Deus. That monster that's terrorizing Moga Village. Now we are here to face it. Look at that behemoth. Yep, the final battle for single player of this game is fought underwater. Now, a very, very astute person might observe, if they've also played this game before, that for the Save the Moga Village quest, you have 35 minutes to do it rather than 30. Now, that goes to a little thing. The first time I tried to beat it for the Save the Moga Village quest, I failed it after getting the boss to move on. However, when I tried to redo it, it doesn't reset the boss until you've completed the quest from that. People that have played the game know what I mean. So it's a technically different quest, but it's the same exact quest. And the battle takes place completely underwater, which is why I want to probably bring Cha-Cha in the ancient mask. And yeah, you saw that little flick down there where I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to shoot him in the beard, and then it flicked down. Get used to that. That's going to happen a lot. I don't think it's my controller, because it doesn't work on land. It only happens when I'm underwater, which is annoying. That's something they should fix the next time if they do another Monster Hunter game and there's underwater. I think it tries to auto-correct you, like you're not facing the right direction, or it's trying to level you out. But anyway, this is underwater, and it's kind of a boring fight. I'll be talking about it, but you might have noticed that I didn't do the Omen on camera. Well, I did do Omen on camera. Right here, if we can bring up the Game Boy Horror, and there we go. Bringing up the Game Boy Horror there. And the Game Boy Horror here, gonna have the Omen playing, with me having fun against the Rathlos, me using actually basically this exact same set, Bowgun set, to crag shot and cluster shot the Rathian. Not the Rathian, the Rathlos, because I thought it'd be fun. Now basically why I'm using crag shot and cluster shot here is because I've gotten frustrated with this guy. I generally gotten frustrated with this guy. He is annoying beyond all get out underwater. Too bad you don't fight him over land. Or I tried to do my pellet shot thing. Do it with pellet shots, and that's the time that I failed. I basically almost killed him, because the next time I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it with this set. And 14 dragon shots later, missing the Dragonator and 4 ballista shots, and he died. Or was repelled, or whatever. So I didn't really want to post a 7-minute or a full 40-minute part and then 7 minutes. I kind of make it look a little bit more professional or whatnot, have it all in one complete area. I don't have Feline Bombardier. I tried forever to try to get Feline Bombardier, and it didn't. And Cha-Cha, you almost made me extremely angry right there. I remember that. If you make me miss a crag shot, ugh. Just have you know, I know you can't see like the levels or whatnot on the crag shots there because I have the Game Boy Horrors right there in front of the what appears to be the level. Just know I have all 3 crag shots. I can make more crag level 3. I can make more crag level 2 or level 1. I have enough to make more cluster and crag or cluster and level 1 and 2. So I'm using both of those. I can make more dragon shots, and I can make more. Let's see, what else was I bringing? I was bringing. Or did I get Feline Bombardier? No, I didn't get Feline Bombardier. I do remember that. I was after an hour of being like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and forth between getting Feline Bombardier. Hopefully, get it one time. Not gonna get it. Now the little flashy thing that you can hear in the background, and that little down purple arrow next to my ammo, that is from Dragon Blight. Cedeus is the only monster on offline that can apply Dragon Blight, which is the dragon, or from a dragon move. You know how you can get Fire Blight, or Ice Blight, or Water Blight, or so on, from getting hit with one of those moves. Dragon Blight you get from his little tackle. You should have seen it before. He can also apply Water Blight with either his Water Blast, which I believe he's going to use right here, which I knew I was doing really well then. Is he going to use it right here? It's somewhere close. If you get Cedeus to use his water cannon, right here, this is his water cannon. If you get him to use it in the first area, right now it should tell you that you're doing pretty well, at least at the moment. Because he only does that if he's really angry and low in health. I believe. I hadn't seen him do it the whole other times that I've done it. Yep, there's me making more. I can make as many +2 shots as I want. I have armor skill, or armor that I'm using, which I also use for the Rathlos fight here. I am using almost full Rhinopolos to get recoil down. The Tacet that I am wearing the Urgon Tacet, because that gives some recoil down. I have Cragshot Plus, I think only 1, because I wanted more rapid fire for level 1, because then I can get those shots out faster. The other ones I had 2 for level 2, which I'm only going to be using that 9 shots of that. And I have 4 from level 4, or for level 3. I don't have level 4 Cragshot, that would be awesome. This little that slam applies dragon. Just to clarify. As you can see, Cluster Shot is not as broken as it is on land underwater. Underwater, it seems to be a little less broken. Again, Crag Shot is fairly good because it applies both true damage and fire damage, which you have to destroy Cedeus' beard here to move on with the quest. If you don't do that, there are 3 areas to the place where you fight him. If you don't break his beard in the first 2 areas, you will not progress on the quest and fail. Which I hadn't realized that before I started this. I thought, because usually if you're a Blade Master, a good idea is to try to break his tail, because that's fairly hard to hit in the later stages, which it's also pretty hard to tell if you've broken it, but you can tell. Now I really would have brought a small barrel bomb, which you should, because doing it this way, swimming away and then trying to hit him or explode it is a little risky. Also wasted a Cragshot level 3, but as you saw, I flinched him there, so I'm like, you know what, that's good. The Bowgun that I am using, I have the... what is that called? Aquamatic Needler... I'm gonna get nailed. Aquamatic Needler Barrel with the Poison Stinger frame and the Ignactor stock. I do have the Ignactor frame and stock now. I made sure to get that because I like the stock at least. It gives me some flaming shots, which I'm going to use a couple right now. Hey, convenient, eh? Because his beard is weak to fire. Cedeus itself is weak to both dragon and electric. Auto-correcting underwaterness, or whatever. I missed 2 shots. This is making me angry now, and you should have heard me yesterday. Because I recorded this part yesterday. I recorded the other part 2 days ago. Very angry. Also, when he's doing that little that is not you are flinching him or anything. Flinches, it's a very visual knowledge of, you know, you flinched it. And I was expecting, since I'm doing true damage with the crack shot and everything, that... Geez, I bet I should have broken the beard already. But I guess not. And just like every other time, I know most LPers are like, oh, there's definitely an LP curse. If you don't believe me, do a Let's Play, do something like it. If you don't believe me, I tell you, do one, because as soon as you hit that record button, everything will go wrong. I guarantee it. Like, I'm just trying to swim next to it, and... Tail hits me twice. Sorry about that. More often than not, like, okay, so the Ancient Mask is almost made, or is not almost made, is made for this quest. So I'm thinking, you know, come on, Cha-Cha, just make sure you're watching your oxygen supply and do it before he dies. Because if Cha-Cha, most inopportune times sometimes, boom, will be gone, and that's why you should take the Farcaster from the chest. Kapoof back for the second part of this. Right now, I'm a little panicking, because this is the second area, as you can see there on the mini-map. You have to beat Cedeus, you have to break his beard, before you get to Area 3, and I whiffed both of those because of underwater physics. Yay, underwater physics, although I was doing a pretty slim shot. So, if... why does it do that? And I know it is not my controller, because it would be doing that during on land, stuff on land. And way to go flinching him, Cha-Cha, with your boomerang. For all of you that are wondering, you can cut tails off with the boomerang, with his little boomerang. You could do clipping of the horns. You could, in past games, you also have the availability of having a boomerang yourself. You could also cut off tails that way. I don't think you can have boomerangs in this game. I don't remember. I never use it, so. The tail. So again, I'm very much panicking because it's just a little bit down that way where the exit where you have to get him. Also, looks like I should probably upgrade the Game Boy Horror to a Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Horror Advance. I don't really know what that would be, but it's a little squashed there, but it looks okay. So right now I'm using Flaming, just trying to get it, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go out for the big damage. Because if you've looked on that thread that I posted before for the Bowgun shots, the all elemental attacks, basically, or not all of them, fire works like normal level 1, and applies 45, I think, fire damage. Might be more than that. You can check the thread if I'm getting it wrong. The other ones that work like pierce shots do, I think, 6% per hit. Like the flaming shot does like 12% per hit plus whatever. The 6% per hit, I wanna say. I don't remember. But it does 3 hits and then applies 45 or some odd elemental number per hit for every one. So thunder, ice, thunder, freeze, and water shot. Those 3. You want to be able to line up all 3 hits, which you want to be hitting the largest part of the monster. Dragon shot works like itself. As you saw there, it's a little bit different. It's not. Most people originally thought that it worked like Pierce level 5. It doesn't work like Pierce level 5. It works like its own little shot. It hits a target. Excuse me. It hits a target and then falls. So, as you see on the top of his hood, there we broke the beard. Now I don't have to panic. Now I'm like, I have 15 minutes to just screw around and beat him up. Although you kind of want to make sure you can repel him. Also, for this improved fight, not improved fight, this different fight, you have 2 different ways to beat him. You can either repel him, which only happens if you've done enough damage as time runs out. When time runs out, if you've done enough damage, he'll be sent, or he'll flee away. Or you can kill him. In the original Save the Moga Village quest, I don't know if he has decreased health or not, whatnot, but there you have to repel him, and by doing so much damage, it'll repel him. Over there, if you look to your left, there on the left side, there should be a crevice with rocks. If you don't break his beard, that crevice with rocks, which we'll see again in a second here, because I'm going to Farcaster out. That part with rocks there, if you don't beat him in time, he'll go off that way. Which I don't know if you break his beard then, if he'll go to the other way. But as you saw, he went the other way. There's also a shortcut to Area 2. And sorry, I had to pause there for a second because I was home alone. And it's like, the phone is not going to ring unless I'm recording. If I'm recording and I'm home alone, then the phone will ring. It was my dad though, so it was important. But you probably should have gotten something from the chest, like the big barrel bombs, but if you jump off this cliff, you go to Area 2 instead. I believe there was one to go to Area 3, but I could never find it. So if you know that there's one to Area 3 and like to post it, feel free. Otherwise, I don't know where it was. Sorry to say. And also, this will be continuing in part 2, which we just completed the Rathalos quest there. So, the second part of this fight is a lot more entertaining anyway, than say it is just going along, nice and calm. It's a bit more interesting. So, and for all of you wondering, I did not get a Rathalos plate there, unfortunately. But anyway, tune into part 2. Those are the rocks I was talking about to the left, and I'll see you guys in part 2.